guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a series about the Good Life Guide. So if you guys follow me at all on my webpage, on social media, you know that I've kind of been in the works of creating a program. And the program's called the Good Life Guide. And I want to say it's a program, but it's basically like a guide or a workbook to get through, to go through with exercises and help along the way for living the best life you can. I'm not going to go into why I created it. That's on other posts and on other videos. But today I wanted to talk about goal setting. So 2018 is almost done, if you can believe that. And I have started thinking about some of my goals. And I use this strategy that I wanted to share with you, and I have it in the Good Life Guide. The PDF is below in the comments, so go check it out. You can print it off right now, or you can watch this video and then go back, print it out, and watch again, or do whatever you want. But it is down there for you for free. So I want to talk about how you turn these big goals or dreams into daily things you work on. Because I think goal setting can be really overwhelming. It's easy to say I want to lose 10 pounds or things that are a little bit more tangible, but if you say like I want to get out of debt, that's a really big chunk to like handle, right? Or if you say I want to retire at 50, things like that. Getting specific, but also trying to break it down to bite-sized pieces so you can work on it daily, and then these daily things become habits. So let's get right into it. I have 2 examples to share with you guys of how I use my PDF of goal setting. And here we go, basically. So I want to show you real quick what the PDF looks like if you haven't printed it out yet. I have it in this clear thing so I can look at it as I show you guys. But this is what it looks like. And there's an example up top just for you. But we're going to go through it. I'm going to kind of put it up here for you. And the first, let's see if I can get this to stay for you guys. The first example we're going to talk about is more of a broad one. We're going to talk about getting out of debt, okay? So this is just an example because this is one of my goals. But I'm going to put this over here like this is our big example. Our big goal, right? Let me grab a pen. All right, so when we have a really big goal, or even a little goal, but this is our finale goal, I call it. The getting out of debt is our end spot or our finale, where we want to end up. So I break big goals or any goal into smaller pieces. So instead of a finale, I call these ones goals. Now, on the PDF, there's 3 spots for goals, but you don't necessarily have to use all 3, but I'd start by using 3 versus 4 or 5 or anything more than that. So we'll talk about the 3 for now. And this is where you have to get creative, okay? Your goals are your goals and only your goals. So you also have to create these steps yourself of how to get to your goals. But that's the process I'm going to walk you through. But use your own examples. Use what's going to work into your lifestyle and make you successful. So 3 goals in order to get out of debt. Say I have a car payment. So you might not have a car payment, but I'm going to say I need to pay off my car, right? Okay, so pay off my car. I also have a house. I need to pay off my house. And let's also say I have student loans, pay off student loans. So actually this is where I was at not too long ago. I haven't had and still have a car payment, but I'll explain more. We still have a house payment, but I did pay off my student loans. But say these can be really a lot of money, right, guys? Like a car can be upwards of $30,000 now. Houses are obviously a really big expense, and student loans are like the same amount as a house these days. So these are your 3 goals. You've got your finale going towards, Okay, our finale goal, and then we're going down to our goals. Just goals, I call them. But what we want to do is we want to focus on one goal at a time. So we narrow these 3 down to one goal. So we take one of these. So let's say we want to work on, just making it thinner so everything fits on the board. Let's say we want to pay off our student loans first. Now this is where, again, you have to think of your priorities. You may have a smaller payment that you say, I just want to get it paid off, so I'm going to use that one first. Or you may say, I have a higher interest rate on something. This is a judgment call. This is where you have to decide what you want to pay off first, okay? For me, it was my student loans. I just was so aggravated with paying on something that I never got a degree with some of my student loans. So it was just frustrating, and I know education's great, but anyway, that is where I went. I decided to pay off my student loans. So that was the first thing that I set for from a goals. I worked on this goal out of the 3. Like I said, you don't have to have 3, and you might have more, but put the top 3 or less here, and then decide on which one you want to start working on. So did this one. So now we're gonna do a strategy I call AARP. So if you guys have heard of that, it's like a retirement program, but it just happened to work out. That's the analogy, I'm not going to say it right. Not abbreviation. I don't know. It's what it sounded, what the first letter of each word is. So A is for action. Another A, accountability. R, resources. And then P is practice. Okay, so this is where my example is going to change, because for me, what I did, and I got creative, get creative here because we want to get to our goal, right? I got creative and we actually ended up, so I didn't really pay mine off, but we put my student loans into our mortgage because it was a lower interest rate, and that's what worked for us. So I'm going to continue with this example, but everyone's going to be different, okay? But look into all options, and I'll give you another example in a minute with how I'm working on paying off my debt. So an action meaning like take action right away. That you've decided this is the goal you're working on. What are you going to do to start paying off your loans right now? Right now, I don't care. It's just making the first step, because you have to start with the first step, right? So maybe that first step is calling a bank to see if you can consolidate. Maybe that first step is just gathering all your paperwork together. It's just a step. Again, you have to decide, but if you don't start somewhere, you'll never start at all, right? So action, take action right away. Next is accountability. Accountability is anything that's going to keep you accountable, okay? So if you have to set up an automatic payment, that will keep you accountable, right? Because they're going to call, and they're going to, well, they may not, actually, I did have people calling me, but the money's going to come out automatically. You're going to get an overdraft charge. It's going to keep you on top of it, right? So find something that keeps you accountable. Resources. Resources would be, do some research. Like, there's a lot of ways that you can pay off your student debt. Some, like I said, sometimes occupations will pay some of it off. I know, like, teachers, nurses, doctors, I think some of them like qualify for certain loans or loan forgiveness. So do research. Resources, dig, okay? Do some research, reach out to people, listen to personal development, listen to people that have paid off their student loans and how they did. Research. Resources, research, R, okay? P is practice. So every day, how are you going to apply this to every day? So practice might be you put $5 into an envelope every day. Or it may be that you put $5 into a bank account every day. Or it may be, I don't know, that's the best example I can think of how you would start working on paying off a student loan every day. But if you can think of one, great. If you can skip your morning coffee and put that money into an envelope, it's going to work towards you paying off your goal. Paying off your loan, working towards your goal. Okay? So that's just an example. I want to give you another quick example using this example. So paying off my car. I had a really high car payment and I didn't like it. Okay, so I wanted to work on paying off my car and then getting closer to my end goal or finale goal of paying off my debt. What I will tell you is I got creative with that one, okay? My car, there was few things that I needed in my car. I wasn't like, my car didn't have sentimental value, but I needed to have room for my kids. I like a hatchback or something where I can put animals in the back. I have 2 dogs, or a dog. I wanted something with all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive because I live out in the country. Those are really my only stipulations. But I knew that I needed a lower payment because I needed to pay it off quicker, right? So I looked into seeing if the the dealer would take it back. They wouldn't. It was a lease. They wouldn't take it back. I didn't want to pay it off and own it because I didn't have any more money. I didn't realize that other car dealerships will buy out your lease. Well, guess what? I have half of a payment of what I was making, and I actually like my car better, believe it or not. But that was just a creative move. I am saving $200 a month, and I actually have a car that I like more than I did before, and I definitely like the payment more. So that's an example. Get creative, okay? So that is really how I work through my goals, okay? I am going to do one more goal to show you guys examples. I'm actually just going to go like this. And we'll just erase these. So once you, paid off your student loans, you just move over the next one, like pay off car, and apply an action, accountability, and resources. My suggestion is that you only work on 3 goals at a time, okay, in your daily life. That's tops, like 3 goals being a lot. So if your only goal was to get out, or your only finale goal in life was to get out of debt, which usually it's not people's only finale goal, but if it is your only goal, finale goal, to get out of debt, it's the only thing you want to work on, then you would work on each of these things daily and apply the action, accountability, resource, and practice to each one of these. Now, for me and a lot of other people, I think most of us have other goals. So I'm going to give you another example. Lose 10 pounds, New Year's, right? We're all thinking we want to lose weight. So we'll do that. We'll work on losing 10 pounds, okay? So our finale goal, again, is 10 pounds. I'm going to show you this real quick again, guys. Finale, it's all set up right for you. Finales would go here, and then we go to our goals, and then we take one of those goals, put it here, and we break it down. Stay. So our finale goal being lose 10 pounds, we're going to break it down. How are we going to lose 10 pounds, right? So I am going to work out 4 times a week. I don't know. Alright. I'm going to eat healthier. This is pretty broad, but healthier. Again, depends on how you're eating already. If you're already a pretty healthy eater, but you need or want to lose 10 pounds, you might say, I need to track what I'm eating, or, something like that. Get healthier. Let's just do 2, okay? Let's just do 2. You can do a third one, but you're going to narrow it down anyway. So let's go to, I don't know, let's do eat healthier. Alright, so our goal is to eat healthier. Our action right there, we could literally say, I'm going to start eating healthier. Go up into your cabinets, start throwing away all the junk. That's an action. Take action. Take out a piece of paper, make your grocery list of when you go grocery shopping, what you're going to buy that's healthy. Okay, right there, eating healthier. It's an action. Start. When you decide to do this goal, set goals, take action right away. It gets you excited, gets you motivated, okay? Next is accountability. That may be where you get a friend to do it with you. You may get a health coach. I actually have a health coach online, and she can see what I eat with the program that I used to track. Maybe that means that you start tracking, but you have to know what's going to keep you accountable. And for me, it's someone else looking at what I'm doing and say, what happened here? And I don't like lying. Not that anyone really loves lying, I don't think, but I don't like lying. So if I eat something, I will put it in there because I know that she's just trying to help me, and I need to stay accountable for myself, okay? So accountability, like I said, maybe a friend, maybe a coach, maybe your doctor, okay? If you need to lose weight for a health reason, you may say, call your doctor. I need to come in and have a nurse visit, once a week. Weight Watchers, they're great. They do once a week weigh-ins. Do it. Get accountable. Find yourself an accountability partner, something. Resources and research, right? Go online, find healthy recipes. Go on Pinterest, find healthy recipes. Find grocery lists online. Research food. There's endless amounts that you can learn about how to eat healthier for free. So there's no excuse. The internet has everything for free. So practice. How are you going to practice? You're going to start eating healthier every day. So whether that means you start meal prepping, you make your lunch the night before, Sundays are meal prep day, maybe you make your whole menu for the whole week. Practice. You have to do it every day. Again, maybe that means you write it down every day. You use an app. MyFitnessPal is free. You can literally log any food, including restaurant foods, on MyFitnessPal. So there is no excuse why you can't practice daily, why you can't find resources. Accountability, that's something you kind of have to set up, but you need to do it for yourself. And then action is just get your butt in gear, okay? So those are some quick examples. But with the new year coming, get excited. Don't put yourself backtracking right now through the holidays. Think about these goals. Get excited. Get the steps in place. Do your goal setting now. Do your goal setting, that worksheet that's below right now, and you'll get excited to get the new year going on the right foot. So if you guys have any more questions,